is 17. And before I start the lesson, let me tell you that in this lesson you're going to learn a new scale, that is afala. As in the previous lesson, we learned the first scale, that is the fa'ala with a shadda on the ain, the middle letter, and this is the second scale that you will be learning. So before I go on to the exercises, before the exercise I will discuss on all the scales that comes in morphology. So let's first start the lesson here. Al-Mudarris, كيف أصبحتم يا إخوان. أصبحتم means how are you all. So أصبح means become, but here it's like how are you all. So the طلبة, so this is the plural, another plural of طالب. أصبحنا بخير والحمد لله. وكيف أصبحت أنت يا أستاذ. So they are asking about the teacher, that how are you. He says بخير أحمده وأشكره. أطفي أنوار يا إدريس فلا حاجة إليها الآن. So what is the meaning of أطفي? Means to put off the lights, to switch off the light. Switch off Anwar, the lights. It is also a plural of Noor. Ya Idris, fala haja. So this is the negative sentence. La haja means we don't need it now. أعطيني ورق الغياب يا يعقوب. أعطيني, give me. Waraqa, papers or the list. Al-ghiyab, those who are absent, means the absentees list. Ya Yaqub. So Yaqub says, ha hiya zi, means this is it, or it is it, here it is. Lam yahdur Usman al-yawma. Yahdur means he is not present. So who is not present? Usman. Al-yawm, today. So this is doing the work of ظرف. فإنه مصاب بإسهال شديد. مصاب, مصيبة, مصاب means to be afflicted. Afflicted. بإسهال, diarrhea. Shadid means severe diarrhea. So the teacher says, Shafahu Allah, means this is the dua. When you hear somebody is sick, you can say, Shafahu Allah. Ba'ada tasjil asma al-ghaibin. Tasjil means registering, means taking all the names of the students who are absent. أعطيها المراقب. مراقبة فإنه. Now أعطيها means to give him the list. So asma, the list is feminine. أعطيها means give this to the مراقب. The and فإنه يريدها إنه يريدها الآن لأمر ما. So what is the meaning of this sentence? لأنه he wants the list now for some reason. For some reason he needs this list now. أمر ما means for some reason. إن يكن مكتوبه إن يكن, if he is not in his office, means if he is not, his office is closed. إن يكن مكتبه مغلقا. مغلقا means closed. If his office is closed, فستجده. So this is the harf مستقبل. You will find him في مكتب, in the office of مشرف, means supervisor. على النشاط الثقافي means the cultural activity office or office. So يخرج يعقوب. So as soon as the student Yaqub was exiting, وبعد هنيهة means after some time. هنيهة means after some time, after a while or some time. يفتح باب الشاب, who opened the door? A young student opened the door. ويقف لديه, and he stood there. الشاب بعد تحيتي means after greetings. تحيتي, greetings. تسمح لي بالدخول يا فضيلة الشيخ means he's asking, may I enter. تسمح, to allow. May I enter. بالدخول, entering. يا فضيلة الشيخ means it is a manner you call the teacher. So the teacher says بعد رد التحية means after replying. رد means to replying to the greetings of the young student. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا. أدخل وأغلق means enter. This two are command verbs. أدخل and أغلق, close. الباب يبدو أن appears, it appears. أنك طالب جديد. ما اسمك? It seems that you are a new student. What is your name? ومن أين أنت, and where are you from? So he is inquiring. The shab, the young student, says, Ismi Muhammad ibn William. So Muhammad ibn William, if you don't know why the Hamza of Ibn is missing, when the last name. For example, here William is the name of his father, real father. So if William is the real father of Muhammad, the Hamza will be deleted. If William is not the real father of Muhammad, then the Hamza will be written. So this is the rule actually. So in this case, he is Muhammad and he is the son of William, and this is actually idafa construction. Wa ana min Canada, and I am from Canada. So the teacher says hadithu ahdin bil Islam ant. So this is the again the same sentence that you learned in the previous lesson. Hadithu ahdin bil Islam means, are you a new convert? New convert? He says na'am. So the teacher says alhamdulillahilladhi hadana lil Islam. Thanks to Allah who guides us to Islam. Mata aslamta ya akhi means, where did you accepted Islam? Ya akhi al-kareem. So let's see the next page. Muhammad says aslamtu ama. So this, it is written in Arabic, but you can read just like in English. 1981. Teacher asks, aslama abawaka means, did your parents also accepted Islam? Muhammad says, lamma. Lamma is actually the tool of jazm. Yuslim abi. Lamma yuslim abi. Hadahullah. So this is also adwa, means may Allah guide him. Amma ummi, and as for amma, as for ummi, fa aslamat, she accepted, alhamdulillah. Mudir the teacher says, Mada ya'amal abuka, where does your father work? So Muhammad answers, Huwa mudiru muthafin. So he is a mudir of muthaf. And what is the meaning of? It's a museum. So Ha'a khitab al-mudir. So he says that his father is mudir in a museum. So he gives Ha'a khitab al-mudiri, means a speech of the director. He says this is the speech. Khitab al-mudir means speech of the director. So the teacher reads the speech of the director. Inna al-mudir yuthni alayka kathiran means praises. Praises about you so much. So the Muhammad says, Jazakallah khair. Teacher says, Min ayna lak hadha al-mushaf al-jamil allazi biyadik means, from where is this mushaf? Means Muhammad was holding a very beautiful mushaf, copy of Quran. Mushaf means a copy of Quran. Al-jamil is the sifa for al-mushaf. Alladhi biyadik, that is which in your hand, biyadika. Muhammad says, A'tanihi al-mudir. Mudir has given me. Teacher says, Wallahu laqad surirtu kathiran biliqa'ika means, I am very happy. Surirtu, laqad surirtu, I am very happy to meet you. Liqa'ika, meet you. وإني معجب بك surprised, admire. كيف وجدت الجامعة الإسلامية means, how did you find this university? So Muhammad says أعجبتني كثيرا means he is also very pleased. Admire means he admires this university so much. إنها جامعة فريضة, one of its kind or unique. يدرس فيها أبناء المسلمين, sons of Muslims means brothers, Muslim brothers, من مشارق أرض ومغارب. مشارق and مغارب are the two directions. Then the scene changes. يكتب المدرس آتين على السبورة. So teacher writes two ayahs on the whiteboard and he says اقرأ آتيني يا آتين يا Harun. So he asks Harun to read the ayah, and after استعاذة and basmala, Harun reads يريدون أن يطفئوا نور الله بأفواههم ويأبى الله إلا أن يتم نوره ولو كره الكافرون هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله. So this is the ayah and he reads it, and this is actually about the kafirs who does not accept Islam, and they also hate it when they come across the message of Islam. So let's see the next page. وَلَوْ كَرِهَ الْمُشْرِكُونَ, and the mushriks hate it. And teacher says fakkiru means think. He is ordering, I mean commanding all the students with waw al jama here. This is also a command. Fakkiru, think about it. Fi hatain al atain ayatain. Thumma ajibu, and then answer anil as'ilatil muwajjah ilaykum. So and then you answer the questions that is presented to you. ماذا يريد الكفار يا إدريس. So he asked Idris, what did the kuffars wanted? So Idris says, يريدون إطفاء نور الله. So what is نور الله? It is the message of Islam. So they wanted to extinguish إطفاء, extinguish, or they didn't want to accept the message of Islam. So this is actually figure of speech. Mudarris says, يمكن هذا يا Ali? Is it possible? يمكن means possible. Is it possible يا Ali? Ali says, لا لهذا مستحيل. So he says it is مستحيل. So he says لهذا مستحيل, and he says no لا هذا. So you will learn about this lam with fatha in this lesson inshallah. لهذا مستحيل, impossible. Then teacher asks, وَمَاذَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ يَا Yunus? So he asks Yunus about what does Allah want. So he says, يُرِيدُ إِتْمَامَ نُورِهِ. إِتْمَامَ نُورِهِ means, so it means that actually to complete the religion Islam, the message of Islam. إِتْمَامَ نُورِهِ, message of Islam. And Mudarris says, تذكر آية أخرى. أخرى means another ayah. في هذه المعنى يا شعيب. He is asking that can you give another ayah with the same meaning. شعيب says نعم. قال تعالى في سورة الصف والله متم نوره ولو كره الكافرون. So Allah completes his nur ولو كره, while the kafirun hates it. Teacher says bima arsalallahu rasulahu ya Muhammad. So here actually this is the questioning tool, and it is made up of harf or b and the questioning tool ma. So when they come together, the alif of ma questioning tool is deleted and it becomes bima. Bima arsala, sent, Allahu rasulahu ya Muhammad. With what Allah sent sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So he says arsalahu bil huda wa deen al haq. Bil huda, guidance, and deen al haq is Islam. Deen al haq is Islam. And then yadkhulu Ishaq. So in this scene, who enters? Ishaq enters. And teacher says, Al-an ta'ati waqad awshakat darsu an yantahi. So the teacher says, Al-an ta'ati waqad awshakat darsu an yantaha, means you have come now. So it is almost going to end. Awshaka, almost. And going to end. Ishaq says, Ma'aziratan, he asks that he excuses himself. Ya Ustaz, dhahabtu ila maktab al-barid. Maktab al-barid, post office. Lil irsal, barqiya. Lil irsal, barqiya, telegram. Faqad wasala, returned akhi al-bariha. So he says that wasala returned, his brother returned al-bariha, last night. Bariha, last night. فأرسلت, and he sent barqiyatan, the telegram, ila abi أخبره, and he informs him fiha, in the barqiya and the telegram, bisalama wusulihi, means he informs his father that his brother has returned safely. So the teacher says labas, no problem. Let's do the question answers related with the lessons, and inshallah then we will do the scales in morphology. Ajabani al-asilatil atiya. Lima lam yahdur Usman. Why was not Usman present in the class? Lam yahdur Usman li'annahu musabun bi ishalin shadid, means he was sick with diarrhea. Mata aslama Muhammad. When did he accepted Islam? Ama 1981. لما تأخر إسحاق. Why was he late? تأخر إسحاق لأنه, why? Because ذهب إلى مكتب البريد لإرسال برقية. And the second question now is, and this is very important, and inshallah we will learn some scales in morphology that is always followed in order to make the verbs, how the verbs are made, 4 letters, sometimes 5, sometimes 6. And know that in Arabic, no verbs exceed more than 6. It may either be 3, 4, 5 or 6, but not more than 6. So here in this lesson you will learn bab fail sulasi mazid. So you will learn a bab or a scale, new scale, that is mazid scale. Remember in the previous lesson we learned fa'ala and we had a shadda on the ayn, that means on the middle letter. So this is double, this ayn is double, that means it has an extra ayn. So this is a mazid scale. So this was the first scale that you learned, the mazid sulasi. So this is the first one, and now you come across the second scale in this lesson. So first I will go through the exercise, and then I will inshallah do the table of all the scales. من أبواب فعل ثلاثي مزيد باب أفعل زيدت في أوله همزة. So in this scale, what is extra? If you can see in fail sulasi, the original letter is fa, ain, and lam. But what is extra here? Only the hamza has been added before the fa'ala. So that's what it says, zidat fi awwal, in the first place with hamza. So hamza is the extra letter added to the original scale, and a mazid scale is formed. Tamil mithalan libab af'ala thumma hati mudare masdar. Now they have given the madi in this table, and you have to make the mudare and then the masdar, taking in consideration the scale of ala. من أفعال التي تليها. So now first let us do the scales of morphology. Now let's see. These are the scales that you have to do in all, and these are the scales of thulathi mujarrad, means the original root, and the mazid ones. And now here you can see there is madi, the mudare, the masdar, and the extra letters, how many extra letters they have, and ismul fa'il that we learned in the previous lesson, and the ismul maf'ul. So if you have not gone through lesson number 16, you should first go and do lesson number 16 and then come to this lesson. And let's start for the first one. This is fa'ala, and this is the only scale that is mujarrad, rooted. It has all the root letters in it, that is the fa, the ain, and the lam, and it is the triliteral three-letter rooted scale. And there is an example. For example, ghafara, as you can see, it takes the mudare scale yaf'alu, and ghafara takes the scale of yaf'ilu with a kasra on the second last letter. And what is the masdar? So masdar is al-maghfirah, al-maghfirah. So as you can see here, there are no extra letters. This is the basic mujarrad scale. And ismun fa'il, fa'ilun, and ghafirun. So it is following the scale of fa'ilun. This is the scale that you will follow for rooted scales, fa'ala. And the ismun maf'ul scale is maf'ulun. And you will follow the maf'ulun scale for the sulasi mujarrad scales. Maghfirun, maghfurun, maghfurun. So now from here, now you will see from here, the first scale that you learned in lesson number 16, the fa'ala scale. So fa'ala scale, here the ain, the middle letter, has a shadda and a fatha. So the first scale that you learned was fa'ala, following yufa'ilu scale. Yufa'ilu, the ain is doubled here, and as this has a doubled letter in between, that means it has extra letter. And now from here starts the mazid scale, sulasi mazid. So this is mazid scale, and an example is here, allama yu'allimu, following the same fi'l mudari scale, and it is ta'limun. So here taf'ilun, the masdar is taf'ilun and taf'ilatun. Both are the scales you can follow for masdar. These are the information on this is in the lesson number 16. So what is the meaning? So every pattern of the scale has itself a meaning in it, doing something intensively. So the shadda, if there is a shadda, that means the action is intense, repeatedly, and it's in repetition, doing something repeatedly to something. Action is doing on something, someone, or causing something. And how many letters are extra? Only one. And this is the scale of ismun fa'il, mufa'ilun. So there is a shadda. Remember, if there is a shadda, you will also find a shadda in the ismun fa'il scale and the ismun maf'ul scale. What is the difference between the two? In the ismun fa'il, there is a kasra in the second last letter, and ismun maf'ul, there is a fatha on the second last letter. And this is the example, allama. Now coming to the fa'ala scale. Now the third scale is fa'ala. So instead of doubled letter, there is an extra letter here. Where is it? After the fa. So now you see there are 4 letters, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the fail mudare scale? Yufa'ilu. So only putting a harf mudare with dhamma and a kasra on the second last letter. So this is the structure of fail mudare. And what is the masdar? Mufa'alatun. Mufa'alatun. And there is an example, qatala, yuqatilu, and al-qital. What is the meaning of this scale? If any verb comes on this scale, fa'ala, for example, qatala, to try to do something with someone else, means try doing something or something to someone else, with someone else. So there is only one letter extra. And what is the file? Ismun file, mufa'ilun, and mufa'alun. So it's the same scale, fa'ilun. There is a same scale of harf fail mudare. Mufa'ilun, instead of the ya there is a meme, so it is following the same scale of fail mudare here. And in the ismun file, instead of the harf mudare, there is a meme with dhamma, mufa'ilun. So the structure is the same. And here in the maf'ul, the structure is the same. What is the difference? Only with the kasra in the second last letter and a fatha in the second last letter. Now let's see another scale, the fourth scale we are coming across, af'ala. So you should keep in mind that the first mazid scale is with the middle letter doubled. Now next two scale that comes in it is one letter extra, and that letter is different. First of all, it was added after the fa, and now it is added before a fa. So both these scales are little bit similar, only the letter is after the fa and here before the fa. And both of them are 4 letters, one letter extra. And in this lesson, you're going to learn about the scale af'ala. So what about fa'ala? Okay, I have completed fa'ala. Now let's see af'ala scale. It also follows yuf'ilu scale with kasra on the second last letter. And what is the masdar? If'alun masdar. What is the meaning? It is transitive, immediate, doing something to something and someone else causing something. So what is the ismun fa'il? Muf'ilun and muf'alun. So these two scale structure is the same, only the haraka is changed in the second last letter. Now comes the fifth scale. So after these two scales where only one letter is added, that is after the fa, before the fa, now there is another pattern, tafa'ala. Now here the second, the ayn is having a shadda and a fatha, and there is an extra letter ta before the fa. So this is totally different pattern. Why? Because there are 2 letters extra added in the this scale. So yatafa'alu. So if you see very clearly, the structure remains the same as the past tense. The fa'ain with shadda and fatha, only the lam is having a dhamma because this is now fail mudare. Why? Because the ya harf mudare has been added. And overall the harakas are the same. Yatafa'alu. This is tufa'ul. So the masdar is this. So you have to memorize all the scales for masdar, and there are 2 letters extra. Let's see the ismun file, ismun maf'ul. Tufa'ilun. Remember, always the ismun file will always have a kasra. In all these, you can see there is always a kasra in the second last letter and a fatha on the second last letter in the ismun maf'ul. And mutafa'alun. Now there is an example, tawakkala, yatawakkalu, and tuwakkulu, and mutawakkilun and mutawakkalun. Now let's see the 6th one. So what is the difference between the 6th one and the 5th one? There is 2 letter added, but what are the letters? First of all, the ta is still there. So these 2 are from the same family because they both have ta letter. And instead of ayn, doubled ayn, now it is having an alif. So you can say, yes, you can say that fa'ala scale have come again and only ta is added in front of it. So tafa'ala and yatafa'alu. So this is the fail mudare pattern. And tufa'ulun. So tufa'ulu, I'm sorry, al-tufa'ulu, one dhamma. At-tufa'ulu, and here it's the same. The structure is the same, following the same. Those letters which are extra, it's coming in the masdar also. So this is the example, ta'awana, and the meanings have been given, and it means doing something with each other. to pretend to do something expressing a state. So all this meaning goes together with this type of scale. There are 2 letters extra. Let's see the fa'il and the maf'ul. Mutafa'ilun with a kasra, second last letter, mutafa'alun. So it's very easy here. Then let's see the 7th scale. Now coming in the 7th scale. What is happening? So in this scale, 2 letters have been added, but where? It is before the fa. Alif wa noon. So here alif, it is actually hamzatul wasl. In fa'ala. So 2 letters are added and a scale is made. What is the meaning? Intransitive passive meaning. Yanfa'ilu. Again, the old pattern returns with the kasra in the second last letter. Al-infi'alun. So this is the masdar scale. Munfa'ilun, munfa'alun. So it goes with the same structure here. So in this, there is an the example, inqalaba, to change or to, inqalaba means to turn over. And now in the 8th scale, let's see the 8th scale here. Ifta'ala. Now, here what is happening? There are 2 letters added. But instead of the noon, as you find here, there is a ta after the fa. The hamzatul wasl before the fa and the ta after the fa. So you need to memorize all these scales with meaning. So ifta'ala, yafta'ilu, and al-ifti'alun. So al-infi'alun and ifti'alun is the same. So these 2 are following the same scale for masdar. What is the meaning? No consistent meaning pattern, being in a state of something. Mufta'ilun, mufta'alun. So these 2 are easy. Now let's see number 9. What is the difference? If'alla. So all the difference were before the fa, after the fa, the middle letter getting doubled, and from alif wa noon, now alif wa ta. Now all the same, only the lam has been doubled here. If'alla. So what is the fi'l mudari? Yaf'allu. So the structure remains the same. If'ilalan, if'ilalu. So it is a bit different. If'ilalu. Muf'alla, muf'allun, and there is no maf'ul bihi for this. Ihmarra, yahmarru, al-ihmiraru, and muhmarun, muhmarrun with a shadda. And now let's come to the last one here, number 10. So the last scale is of 6-letter verb, and it has 3 extra letters added to it, making it into 6. Istafa'ala. So now the fi'l mudari is yastaf'ilu, al-istif'alun. And we have an example here, istaghfara, yastaghfiru. You might have come across this word very often, and istighfar. Now to seek or ask something, wanting, trying. Mustaf'ilun, mustaf'alun. And here it's mustaghfirun, mustaghfarun. So these are the scales, and you need to go through them again and again, memorize this scale, and then only all these lessons in the Madina book 3 will be easier for you to follow. Now let's see the exercise regarding with the scales. So in this lesson, you are going to learn the af'ala scale. Af'ala is the second scale, and the first one you learned in lesson number 16 is fa'ala, where the middle letter was doubled. And it is also a mazid scale, where an extra letter is there in this scale, and there is also an extra letter here. That's why they belong to the thulasi mazid. Where is the extra letter? It is just before the fa. There is a hamza added here, and now it is 4-letter scale. Zidat fi awwalihi hamza. That means a hamza is before the fa. And now we will make the mudare and masdar from all these verbs given here. So let's see, I have already written. For the madi, the scale we are following is the af'ala. All the verbs that are built on this scale are here. And then this scale will follow the scale of fi'l mudare, that is yuf'ilu. Remember the kasra on the second last letter. And masdar will be in if'alun scale. Remember that. So all these verbs will be following the same structure here. For aghlaqa, yughliqu, I have already given the answers. You just need to understand the structure. It's following the same. And ighlaqun, akhbara yukhbiru ikhbarun, atfa'a yutfi'u itfa'un, then ajaba yujibu ijabun. So when you come across a verb where there is an alif in between, it will either change to waw or ya in the fi'l mudare. As I said, this is not an original letter, but ya or waw. So it depends upon the scale. So here it is changing to ya. And the masdar that you will make on such this verb where there is an alif here, you will make the masdar with a ta marbuta. Ijabatun. And aqama, yuqimu, iqamatun. Atamma, now there is a doubled letter here. Yutimmu, itmamun. And a'adda, yu'iddu, i'dadun. Now we will see the rest of the verbs. Alqa. So here it is actually the alif makhsura, and when you make the fi'l mudari, it changes to ya. Yulqi and ilqa'un. And these three verbs are different because they have this one is different because it has a weak letter. So ilqa'un, it will change to hamza at the end. As you can see here, they have given the original ilqa'yun. So this ya has been changed to hamza. And amana has two hamzas in it, so both of them came together and now it is a mad. So one is yu'minu imanun, and asl is I'manun. So there is a hamza and it is a bit difficult to pronounce. So the hamza has been changed to ya, imanun. And aujaba has a weak letter in between. So in fi'l mudari, you can see it is still having the wow here, yujibu. And then it has been changed to ijabun. So when you see the fi'l mudari and the masdar scale, you will always notice the changing of alif to wow, or wow becomes the ya, or ya becomes the wow. So this interchange of these letters will go on in masdar and fi'l mudari. So you just need to memorize in a particular verb, this wow changes to ya in masdar. That's like how you have to remember it. So in here it was originally ijabun. So you cannot pronounce wow with the kasra. So it has been changed to ya for easy pronunciation. Now in question number 3, let's learn about making the command structure for the af'ala scale. So they have explained in this question, in this exercise, how to make the command structure. So for this, you have to remember the fi'l mudari scale. So this is the fi'l mudari scale. And this is what we usually use in the studies. But in the original scale, the hamza is still intact from the scale. And with the harf mudari with dhamma. So it is you are silu. As you can see, the dhamma, the kasra, and the fatha on the hamza is still maintained. So you have to remember this scale, the asli, the original scale, in order to make the command structure. So first of all, you have to see tursilu, yursilu, anything you take. This is actually the harf mudari. Tursilu, now you have to make the original scale. It is to arsilu. So from the original scale, what you have to do is just delete the harf mudari here. Actually, you have to delete the harf mudari here. And what you have to do is delete the harf mudari, and the rest of the scale, that is arsil, is our command. And what you have to do in arsil, you have to give a sukoon over the lam. So that's how we get the command structure for af'ala scale. For tughliqu, I will do one. It is to aghliqu. And there will be a kasra and a dhamma with a qaf, and it's aghliq. Aghliq with a sukoon over the qaf. So same, in the same way it has been done for all the verbs. For tuslimu, aslim. For the doubled letter, it is aidda, and tu'minu will be amin because you have a hamza in the original scale, and tujibu will be ajib. So now let's see the fourth question where you have to make ismun fa'il. So from af'ala scale, what is the scale for af'ala ismun fa'il? It will be muf'ilun. So remember the scale, muf'ilun. So ismun fa'il is now noun. So it is no longer the verb. That's why we have a tanween over the last letter. And we have the meme as the first with dhamma. So actually this scale is just like the fi'l mudare, but instead of harf mudare, we have a meme with dhamma. So whenever you see a meme with the original root letters, remember either it is the ismun fa'il or it is the ismun maf'ul. Remember, ismun maf'ul always have a fatha over the second last letter. So this is the basic difference between ismun fa'il and ismun maf'ul. So the first one is aslama, yuslimu. So what will be the ismun fa'il? It will be muslimun. It will be muslimun. So here I have given all the answers for arsala, yursilu, mursilun. So basically you have to follow this scale muf'ilun and you can make the ismun fa'il for all these verbs. Now in the fifth question here, Ibn means make the verbs in all these, all these verbs are actually للمجهول ثم صغ اسم مفعول من كل واحد منها. So now first we made ismun fa'il. Now we will make ismun maf'ul. Remember what I said, the scale for ismun maf'ul is the same, muf, and what is the difference? Muf'alun. So there will be a fatha over the second last letter and the scale remains the same. So now let's do the first one. Aghlaqa yughliqu mughlaqun. So we are doing mughlaqun ismun maf'ul. So the difference is only the fatha. Mughlaqun. So I have given all the answers. Follow the scale muf'alun with the fatha on the second last letter and you can make all the ismun maf'uls for mughlaqun, a'raba, yu'ribu, mu'rabun with the fatha on the second last letter, mukramun for akraha, and for a'jaba, mu'jabun. There is one more. أعد يعد معد. So that's how you have to make it. أصاب يصيب مصاب. Number 6. Now let's see here. You have to find out whatever you have learned in the lessons previously and now. That is, you will find the only the fail that is on this أفعل scale. So عين فيها الماضي, مضارع, أمر, اسم فاعل, مفعول, مصدر, اسم مكان وزمان. So in the first sentence, let's see. أغلق الباب. So this is the command. As you can see, this is the 4-letter verb أفعل and this is the command. ولا تغلق نوافذ. So this is a negative command here. And let's see here. أطفي أنوار. So this is the command. I've already given the answers. قبل إغلاق الغرفة. So before closing the room. So this is a masdar. يكتب اسم mursal. This is اسم مفعول. As you can see, how can you recognize the meme with dhamma and the fatha over the second last letter? So this is the basic recognition point, how you can recognize اسم مفعول. إليه وعنوانه في الجانب الأيمن من الظرف means you have to write the address on the right side of the envelope. واسم مرسل, the name of the sender. So مرسل is اسم فاعل. وعنوانه في الجانب الأيسر, أيسر on the left. أكرهني عمي على ترك الدراسة. So it is اسم, this is actually أكرهني. This is the verb with the يا متكلم here. أكرهني. So this is the verb here, فعل ماضي. عمي على ترك الدراسة. دراسة is also مصدر. لا يجوز نكاح المكرم. Sorry, مكره. So this is اسم مفعول. You can see the meme with dhamma and the fatha. So this tells you that it is اسم مفعول. Sentence number 7. الفعل مضارع معرب. معرب is also اسم مفعول with the meme and dhamma and the fatha on the second last letter. أنا مصاب. مصاب is also اسم مفعول with meme, dhamma, and the structure you can see here. بإمساك شديد. يلبس المحرم. المحرم, this is اسم فاعل. إزارا ورداء. And أنا معجب, sentence number 10. أنا معجب. So there is a fatha on the second last. This is اسم مفعول بهذا الطالب المجتهد. قال تعالى إنما إنما يعمر مساجد الله من آمن. So this is the Madi with آمن, two hamzas here. بالله واليوم الآخر. وأقام. So this is فعل ماضي. أقام الصلاة and آتى الزكاة. So this is also فعل ماضي. ولم يخشى إلى الله. Then sentence number 12. ربنا آتنا. آتي is the command. Give us or give us في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. And وقنا means save us from the fire of hell. Then أنا من اليابان ولكن كنني أقيم is the فعل مضارع الآن في ألمانيا. نسأل الله تعالى أن يجعل الجنة مقامنا. So مقام is اسم مكان, the place to stay. Question number 7. استخرج من الدرس أفعال باب أفعل مشتقتان. So you need to find all the fields following this scale أفعل and all the derivatives from it, means all the اسم المكان, مفعول, file and masdar command that is related with this scale. You have to find out. So I've already given the answers here. And let's move on to question number 8. ينصب أعطى. So now you have to make with this verb أعطى is also on the scale of أفعل. So you have to make use this verb in a sentence taking two mafuls, and know that this verb takes two maful together. So that's why it is said yansibu, to make into mansub. Maf'ulain, أعطيت, I gave حامدا كتابا. So there are two mafuls. Now in this sentence you will notice that there are two mafuls and that also they are two nouns. But in the coming sentence you will see how two damirs are coming together and they are falling in the position of maf'ul bi instead of noun. So in this example, man ataka kitab. So this is actually a question and taking two mafuls. So what is the maful? Man ataka al kitab. Ataka, the damir here is coming after the verb, and this verb is having a file hidden in it, and after that the ka damir is coming as maful bihi, and kitab is the second maful bihi. But now here you will see that both of them, the two mafuls will come as a damir here. Atanihi al-mudir. So here mudir is actually the file. As you can see, the dhamma and the ni ya mutakallim and the who for the kitab is two mafuls. The two damirs are coming as mafuls. So here is a little bit of change as it has come in the damir, and the position, both of them will take the maful bihi 1 and 2 after this fail, particularly after this fail. So now let's see the examples here and the exercise. تعمل المثال ثم أجب عن أسئلة الآتية على غرارها, means a blank space, وعين مفعولين, and you have to clarify the two mafuls. So here the file has been given, and now you need to make the damir, this damir and the damir for the kitab. So for you, the kaf damir will change to ya mutakallim. Man ataka al kitab, somebody is asking you who gave you the book. So you will say he gave me the book. So now in this sentence you are using, for example, if I write in English, he gave me the book. So what are you using? Or you can say my father. So here you can use my fathers because this is the file here. Don't go into the English structure, but just I'm trying to explain you how two damirs are coming. So gave me, this will be in Arabic as ya mutakallim, and I should have used this actually it instead of the noun. So my father gave me it. So this it here is actually another damir that will be who. So these two damirs will be changed. Kitab will change to who, and ka, you, will be changed to ya mutakallim. So now let's do this, and inshallah it will be easier for you to understand once you do the examples. First one has been done for you. Ata, you will use the verb ata, and ka will be changed to ni. Noon actually is noon al-wiqaya. If you don't know about this noon, this is noon al-wiqaya, means this noon comes between the damir ya mutakallim and the last letter of the fi'l, as it is the long vowel alif. Ata. So this instead of the letter taking a kasra, noon comes in between and takes the kasra itself. So the structure of this fail madi, the haraka of this fail madi is protected. It's not changed. The structure is not changed. So you know that the fail madi don't change their structure. So that's why the ni comes and takes a kasra. And one may ask why the kasra is here, because anything with the ya, kasra will always be before a ya, because there is a ya. So this noon comes for taking the kasra and protects the verb ata. So it does not have any place or position in the Arab. It just comes to protect the past tense getting a kasra. So atani, and you don't have to see this noon. You just have to check this ya mutakallim is our first maf'ul bihi, and he, this ha has taken kasra just because of the ya. So you know this ha can change from dhamma to kasra. So this one is our second maf'ul bihi. So atanihi abi, and this is our file. So we have two maf'uls here. So let's see the second one. Ataka as-sa'a. Now this sa'a is feminine noun, right? Because there is a ta marbuta. So you have to be very particular, because here the kitab was male noun, right? So ataka will change to ya mutakallim, and then you have to follow the same structure. Atani. So the ya is the ya mutakallim, and this is noon al-wiqaya. And what you have to add, this is the first maf'ul bihi, ya mutakallim, and sa'a is feminine. So you have to take a ha with alif damir for the feminine noun. Ataniha. So this is our second maf'ul bihi, and this is our first maf'ul bihi. Ataniha khali. So khali is actually khal, the maternal uncle. Same way, man ataka hadha al-qalam. So this is male noun, and remember, for the damirs taking for the male and female, this will be changed to ya. So you will follow the same structure. Atani, then what is the noun? It's a male noun, so atani he, and you have to use the kasra for this male noun damir, because there is a ya before it. So atani he ummi. Then man atakum. So there is kum. Al-kutub. Kutub is a kutuba is a plural noun for non-ghair aqil, non-living thing, ghair aqil. So keep in mind, all ghair aqils are treated feminine. So whatever damir you are going to use, it should be feminine, singular. Man ataakum. Man ataakum. So here your answer will be ata. And what will be the damir for kum? Will be atana. Ata. Atana. And what should be the damir for kutub ghair aqil? Atanaha. So you have to put the noon al-fa'ilin here for nahnu. Atanaha for the kutub ghair aqil al-mudir. So this is the fa'il. And we have the first maf'ul bihi, we have the second maf'ul bihi. Man ataka al-daftar. Daftar is male noun. So you will follow the same structure like this. Atanihi, because here is the single kaf damir. Man ataka, single kaf damir, ya mutakallim. Kitab wa daftar. So we have two things. So we will use the damir for dual. So it will be atani, and then what is the damir for two things here? Hima. Hima. Last of all, you will use hima. Atani hima. So atani hima. So atani hima, because this hima is being used for these two objects, kitab wa daftar. So let's see question number 9, and this is actually very good exercise to understand how damirs are changing. So one has to be very particular about the damirs. It should come naturally while reading. Tamil, question number 9. Tamil amsila al-atiya li walau. Now you will be learning about walau. So walau, how it is used. These are the examples, and this is from the Quran. Wallahu mutimmu. Mutimmu will complete, and mutim. So this is actually ismun fa'il. As you can see, the kasra and the mim with dhamma. Noorihi, he will complete his noor, and noor here is actually his religion, his deen, Islam. Walau karihal kafirun. The kafirun hates it. So walau, it has been used here. And let's see the structure here. La tashtari, and this is negative command. Negative command, and that's why the weak letter ya has been dropped. And how do you know ya is dropped? Because the representative kasra is left behind. Hazihi sayyarata. So don't buy this car ولو أعجبك لونها وشكلها فإنها قديمة even though. So this ولو is actually on the meaning of even though. Even though the kafirun hates it. And here also, don't buy this car even though you like it, its color and its appearance, shakluha, the model, fa innaha fa. And why you shouldn't buy? So this is the answer, innaha qadimatun, it's old. احضر الامتحان ولو كنت مريضا, even though you are sick. Attend the exam, do your exam, give your exam. اشتري, the weak letter has been dropped here, هاج المعجم. اشتري, this is positive command. ولو كان غالبا, even though. So the meaning here is even though it is expensive. لن أسكن, due to this tool of nas, the haraka has been changed. أسكن, I will not live or stay هذا البيت, in this house. ولو أعطيتنيه مجانا is free. And أعطي is the fail. And ta is the damir file. And now what do we have? Ni. So the noon is the anun al-wiqaya. So the ya mutakallim is the first maful bihi and he is the second maful bihi. So we have lots of things in here. It is a jumla failya with two mafuls. I will just separate it and show you. A'tai. So a'tai is our fail. And where is the file? The ta. Ta means you. I'm speaking to the person in front. أعطيت you. This is the file. And where is the maful bihi? Added with two damirs. Don't have to look for the noon al-wiqaya, but this is the ya mutakallim. This is the first maful bihi. And then you have the he, and this is the second maful bihi. Question number 10. La hadha mustahilun. Now you are going to learn about this lam. What is this lam that is added with the ism al-ishara before it? Hadha lam al-ibtida'i. So the name of this lam is lam al-ibtida'i. And why does it come? What is the work of this lam? Yufidu tawqid. So it gives emphasis. It gives emphasis to the meaning of the sentence. On the meaning, madmoon al-jumla means on the meaning of the sentence. Wafi tanzil, in all these Quranic ayahs you will see it gives an emphasis. So in short, you just have to know that this is lam ibtidaiya. Why does it come? To give emphasis. So wala ajrul akhiratu akbar, and this is for emphasis here. Wali dhikrullahi akbar. وَلَعَذَابُ الْآخِرَةِ أَكْبَرُ وَلَا أُمَّةٌ مُؤْمِنَةٌ خَيْرٌ مِنْ مُشْرِكَةٍ وَلَوْ أَعْجَبَتْكُمْ. So walau, even though it surprises you, it makes in awe of you, something like that. So now we will do 5 and 6 here. وَلَعَبْدٌ مُؤْمِنٌ. So la is here lam ibtidaiya, خَيْرٌ مِنْ مُشْرِكٍ وَلَوْ أَعْجَبَكُمْ. وَفِي الْحَدِيثِ لا غدوة في سبيل الله أو روحة خير من الدنيا وما فيها. So there is lam ibtidaiya here. And now let's do question number 11. Asbaha. So now you are going to learn about another fail, that is asbaha with the sad. And in this actually fail, this is the sister of kana. It is a sister of kana min akhawat kana. So if it is a sister, and you know you have to follow the same rule of kana when you're using this verb asbaha. Now for example, asbaha hamidun maridun. So the ism asbaha will be marfu. We'll follow the same rules for kana, and khabar asbaha will be mansub. So meaning أدركه الصبح وهو مريض. So in the morning, أدركه, he realized that he is sick. وهو مريض. وفي تنزيل وأصبح فؤاد, this is خبر أصبح أمي. So this is an إضافة structure where مضاف is in the position of اسم أصبح. فؤاد أمي موسى. And Ummi Musa, this is a 3 noun in one idafa construction. So Fuadu is mudaf. Ummi is the middle noun sharing 2 positions. First one, it is mudaf ilahi to Fuad, and the second one is mudaf to Musa. So this will have only one kasra haraka. And Musa, since it has a weak letter at the end, it cannot show the kasra. So it will be left alone without any haraka, because weak letters don't take haraka, and it is muqaddara. Ummi Musa farighan. So this is khabar asbaha, as it is mansub. وقد تأتي بمعنى صار كما في قوله تعالى. So what is the meaning of Sara? Sara is a verb and it means to become. It comes on the meaning of to become. It takes the meaning of become. أصبح. So in this ayah, فألف بين قلوبكم ألف بين قلوبكم وأصبحتم. You all became بنعمته إخوانا. So this is أصبحتم is the actually ism أصبح, and إخوانا is the khabar أصبح, ism and khabar. Adkhul. Now this is the exercise. If you have understood what is the work of asbaha, you can easily do this exercise. I have already given the answer and you need to follow the rule of kana. Al bardu shadidun, you have to use asbaha. Asbaha al bardu ism asbaha and shadidan is khabar asbaha. Ana maridun asbahtu. So ana will be changed to damir. Asbahtu maridun. So this is ism asbaha, maridan is khabar asbaha. Hum asdiqa'u. So asbahu, hum will be changed to waw al jama. So all these are actually past tense damir. Asbahu asdiqa'a. So waw al jama is the ism asbaha and asdiqa'a is khabar asbaha. Now in question number 12, we will learn about the verb awshaka. Just like you learned asbaha, now you learn awshaka. Awshaka means almost, gives the meaning of karuba, means near. وهي تعمل عمل كان. It also does the action of kana. ويجب أن يكون. So here it also works as the kana, but here there is a little change. خبرها مكونا من أن والفعل. So in this sentence where awshaka is used, you will see in its khabar there will be an an and a fail. So this is an example here. Awshaka has been used in the sentence, and awshaka ad-darsu is ism awshaka. As you know, it does the action of kana. Ayyantaha. So this is the khabar of awshaka, but here the noun is not coming. Instead of noun, an yantahi with a fi'l mudari. An yantahi. And this sentence was used in the lesson. Almost the lesson is about to end. So the meaning of the sentence is almost the lesson is about to end. And then the second, how does it come? Secondly, first it comes with an and a fi'l mudari, and secondly it can come with a fi'l mudari, means awshaka is the fi'l madi. It can also come as a fi'l mudari. So this is number one. You can use it as fi'l madi, and you can also use a fi'l mudari structure also. Yushiku at-tullabu an yarji'u ila biladihim. So and this doesn't change. The khabar doesn't change. It still comes with an and yarji'u, the fi'l mudari, ila biladihim. So this is the 2 points you need to keep in mind about awshaka. It can come as a fi'l madi, it can come as a present tense, and the khabar will remain with an and a fi'l mudari. So now yuriduha li amrin ma. In the 13th question, you will learn about this extra ma that is coming in the lesson. As in the lesson you must have read, hazihi ma an-nakira, means it is nakira at-ta'amma. What do you understand by nakira at-ta'amma? So this is nakira at-ta'amma, means it is an indefinite complete. Mubhama means ambiguous, something that is not known properly, or something hidden, not clearly defined, so ambiguous. So this one is nakira ta'amma al-mubhama wa ta'ti na'atan. It comes as a sifa, adjective. Lima qabluha. So lima means it comes what is before it as an adjective. So for example, here if you see an example, safartu ila riyadi li sababin ma. So this ma is ambiguous. The meaning is not clear, and it comes as a sifa for li sabab. A'tani kitaban. give me kitab. So this is the first maf'ul bihi, this is the second maf'ul bihi, ma. And this ma coming for kitab is coming as an adjective for the kitab. Ra'aytuhu fi makanin ma. So it's coming as an adjective for makan. Qara'tu hadha al-khabr. Khabra fi sahifatin ma, coming as adjective for sahifa. Then in question number 4, Muhammadubnu William. So as you can see, Muhammadubnu, this dhamma is directly joining the sukoon with ba. So you will read as Muhammadubnu William. And this name is actually a 3-noun idafa, 3 nouns involved. And ibn, as I've already explained, this is the noun. Original noun is ibn, means son, with hamzatul wasl, ibnun. And why the hamzatul wasl is cancelled here? تحذف hamza ibn إذا جاء صفة لعالم مضافا إلى الاسم أبي. So now this has come. Why? Because hamza has been deleted. Why? When it comes as a sifa, it comes as a sifa for the alam. Alam means the name. When it comes a sifa for Muhammad, the hamzatul wasl is deleted, and it is in mudafan ilal ism abi, and this acts as mudaf for the name of the father. For example, Muhammad ibn Abdullahi. So here what is happening? Muhammad, son of Abdullahi. Why there is a kasra in abdi? Because it is mudaf ilahi to ibn, and Abdullahi is another idafa. Abdullah ibn Abdul Muttalib. So this is all in idafa. All the nouns here will be acting 2 positions, mudaf wa mudaf ilayhi. So these all are connected. Abdullahi, of son of Abdul Muttalib, the Abdul Muttalib. So ويشترط أن تكون الكلمات الثلاث في سطر واحد. Now, this is actually a long idafa name, so you don't have to get confused. In Arabic, what happens when a name is said in this kind of a structure? The one thing that you come to know is when the hamzatul wasl is deleted from here, removed from here. That means William, the name of the father, or the father is the real father of Muhammad. So that's how you come to know in Arabic name. And in Quran, you will see when a mother's name is used for the son, the hamzatul wasl will always be there. For example, Isa ibn Maryam. So the hamzatul wasl will be there used only in the name of the father, and that also real father, the hamzatul wasl will be deleted. So this is it. And then when it comes in idafa, it will lose the hamzatul wasl because Muhammad is the son of Abdullah. This is the name of the father of sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that's why the hamzatul wasl has been deleted. And Abdullah is the son of Abdul Muttalib, and this also, and that's why the hamzatul wasl is deleted from here. And this, all the names have come in idafa. Now, in the second, in this line, you have to understand very clearly that about the rules of using hamzatul wasl in the idafa names. So rule number 1, يشترط أن تكون الكلمات ثلاث في سطر واحد. كلمات ثلاث means a name like this, Muhammad ibn William. We have 3 nouns, and it is written, satr means the line, in 1 line. So when you're writing it in 1 line, the hamzatul wasl is deleted. And now when إذا جاء بعضها في سطر, so when it comes after the line وبعضها في سطر آخر كتبت كلمة ابن. So what happens, what they're trying to build hamza, what they're trying to explain here is, if you are writing a name just like this, Muhammad ibn William, and you wrote the name Muhammad and ibn William, you have to write on the next line. So what happens in the next line, when you write ba and noon, you can't write only ba with sukoon and noon. You have to then add the hamzatul wasl if the last 2 words are written on the next line. Why is it? Because it is a rule that when a word starts the line, and if it has a hamzatul wasl, it should be written, and when the hamzatul wasl is written, it has to be pronounced. So this is some writing rule actually. So that's why this hamzatul wasl gets back, it comes back. So this rule is only when the name is split. One name is on the line above and it is at last, and the next 2 nouns coming in the beginning of the line, then this ba and noon will be written with full form with Hamzatul Wasl. Ibnu Aliyin. So this is one rule. And now comes the second. Second rule is wala tuhdhafu fi mithl. For example, you don't have to delete the Hamzatul Wasl when you can't delete the Hamzatul Wasl, Hamid ibn Sheikh Ibrahim. Why can't you delete Hamzatul Wasl here? Because it is in one line, and why can't it be deleted? Let's see. Li'anna, because Ibn lam yaqa did not come. Baina alamain. It did not came between the two names. Al Sheikh is not a name. It is like you can say in English as Mr. Ibrahim. So when the word ibn does not come between the two names, it will be written as Hamzatul Wasl. Just like here you have seen Muhammad is one name, William is another name, and ibn noun is coming in between two nouns. So that's why Hamzatul Wasl is deleted. But here it has not come between Hamid and Ibrahim, but there is another noun here, Ash-Sheikh. So that's why it has been written with Hamzatul Wasl. So you need to keep in mind these two rules, and it is very important rule of writing Hamzatul Wasl, why Hamzatul Wasl is written. And now let's do question number 15, 16 and 17, and this I think is the last leg of the lesson here. Hadi Jama al-Asma al-Atiya. So you have to give the Jama of Mushaf, Fina'un, Nashatun and Janib. So let's give the answers. Now this is the sentence, the meanings here. I have already given all the Jama. Mushaf, Masahifu, Fina'un is Afniyatun, Fina'u, it's Afniyatun, and Nashatun is Anshitatun, and Janib, Jawanibu. Hati Madi of Ya'ba, so it is Aba. Aba is actually Aba, Ma'ab. You must have read in the Quran, Ma'ab is the place of return. So Aba is meaning to return. Adkhil kullu kalima mimma ya'ti fi jumla mufida. You have to make all these sentences using these words, and you can find the sentences in the lessons. And I'm not going through in making the sentences. Inshallah, this is the end of the lesson. I'll be coming with my next video on lesson number 18. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.